Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. This is Allison, and in this video I'm sharing with you guys a few staple foods that I keep in my pantry and in my refrigerator to help me stay healthy, eat a plant-based lifestyle, eat a plant-based diet, and improve my overall health and wellness. If you're new here, I'm Allison, and on the channel I provide just some basic holistic self-care practical tips for Black women over the age of 50 to empower them to live the life that they desire and deserve, age gracefully, and obtain optimal health. So let's get started. And these foods that have been a staple in my home since I transitioned to a plant-based diet lifestyle about 7 years ago. So the first food that I keep in my home is a must-have are chickpeas. Chickpeas and beans. You can use chickpeas and beans. You can make a stew out of them with chickpeas. If you really like, say, you're trying not to eat any meats, you can use substitute chickpeas in the replace of, say, tuna or chicken, and you can have like a tuna-less or a chickless salad. You can also use chickpeas or beans. You can use them in soups. You can make them into wraps. Also, say with like black beans, you can make like black bean burgers. You can also make chickpea burgers. You can make hummus out of chickpeas. So there's just a number of things that you can do with chickpeas and beans. These are a must have for me to just stay healthy and eat plant based. Another thing that I have in my pantry is quinoa. In quinoa, I know some people might not like quinoa, but quinoa is actually very versatile. You could use quinoa in soups. So, say if you have like black beans or you have chickpeas, you can make like a veggie bowl. You can have chickpeas, you could put some quinoa in it, you could put some like avocado. So, I have I have quinoa. I use quinoa a lot. You can also um, take like a stuff. You can stuff. You can take a pepper and along with some other vegetables, and you can stuff that pepper with quinoa. Another thing is like leafy greens, so kale, spinach, collards, um, mixed green, mixed lettuce. So these are a staple that I have in my home all the time. So like with the spinach, you could put the spinach in the smoothie. If you're making a, say like a black bean soup, you can just throw in some spinach, or you can throw in some kale. You can saute kale. You can saute spinach. You can include these wraps and include these greens into like a wrap. You can, of course, make a really nice hearty salad using just about all of them. Now, with the collard greens, of course, you can just eat them by themselves. So, any of these greens, you can add them to like a lot of different dishes, cooked dishes, or you can pretty much eat them raw. And even with the collard greens, I have a YouTube video, and I'll put it in the description section of this video on how you can take like a collard green leaf and make a wrap out of it. So again, I'll put it in the video. Excuse me, I'll put it in the description section of this video. Another staple are onions. I use yellow onions and red onions. I use them they add a lot of flavor to a lot of uh, plant-based and vegetable dishes. You can also eat them raw if you like. You can add them to a salad. There, you can use them just for about anything to add some flavor to it. Another thing, like different vegetables like carrots, cucumbers. Um, I could eat those things raw, or you can roast them along with like the different onions. So you can add them to like a quinoa bowl. So again, you can have like some roasted vegetables, carrots, onions, um, the quinoa. You can put in like some mixed greens like your kale or your spinach. So again, you can add the onions and the cucumbers, or with the cucumbers, you can add those to a salad or just eat them as a snack. Another must-have, another must-have food are sweet potatoes. I absolutely love sweet potatoes, and sweet potatoes you can just eat them alone. If you're still after you've eaten dinner, you have a taste for something sweet, you can eat a sweet potato. You can bake it, you can roast it, and then you can dice them up and roast them, and then add them to your veggie bowl. You can make like a sweet potato soup. You can have like a say a black bean and sweet potato, um, black bean and sweet potato stew. You can also put sweet potatoes in a like make like a breakfast hash. So you or like a breakfast hash. You can have like a kale and sweet potatoes. That and saute all of that. That is like the ultimate. Is really really good. So sweet potato is another that I have. And the next thing I use like coconut milk. I use it a lot when I'm making like a veggie stew, or if I'm making like a carrot soup or sweet potato soup. I'll use like the coconut milk to just thicken it up. Another must have in my pantry is, and I have some notes here, is tahini paste. And tahini paste is just sesame seeds that has been ground up. And you can use tahini paste to thicken up your soup. So if your soup, you like it to be like a little thick, you can just add maybe like a tablespoonful of tahini paste inside of the soup to thicken it up. Or you can use the tahini paste to make your own dressing to go on your salad. Another thing that I use often and is a must-have is mustard. A lot of times I will add the mustard, tahini paste, and some maple syrup, and add some water, and then you can make your own healthy uh, salad dressing to put over your salad. Or say if you have made a bowl and you want to make your own, put some dressing on it. So the tahini paste is really really good to make your own dressing. And you can Google or go to YouTube to find out some different healthy ways to use tahini paste. The next item on my list, and I mentioned this earlier, is maple syrup. Maple syrup can be used in a substitute of like using sugar, or say if you like tea and it's great. It's a great substitute sweetener instead of using sugar. You can also use it, as I mentioned earlier, when you are making your own uh, dressing using mustard and tahini paste. And then the avocado. I love avocado. Avocados, you can eat them alone. If you really don't like the taste, you want to jazz it up, you can mash it up just a little bit and put some lime on it, put some cilantro, chop up like some red pepper, uh, uh, chop up a red onion, and then put a little pepper on it. You can eat it on the side. You can add just slices of it inside of your bowl. If you have, you may say some black bean soup, you can just chop up a little, slice up some avocado and add it to your black bean soup. You can have a, add it to toast. You can have avocado toast. So you can add avocados to just a lot of different dishes. And then the final thing, when it comes to my seasoning, I'm mindful of using seasonings that's high in sodium. So I use like a lot of um, garlic powder, onion powder, curry powder. Use, when it comes to herbs, I use cilantro. I use like a lot of basil. I use lime, and I use, depending on what the dish is, determines on which one I use. So with that said, I'm going to end this video, and I will include the links to some of my YouTube videos on how to make like some healthy dishes using just some of these ingredients, some of these foods that I mentioned earlier. So if you're looking to transition to a plant-based diet, or you're just looking for to eat healthier, but you don't know where to start, and you go to the grocery store and it could be like overwhelming, or these foods are very inexpensive, and you can buy like a bag of, say, chickpeas or black beans, and you can do like a number of things with that. You can eat it as a side, as I mentioned earlier, or you can make soups out of them. You could just take one pack of beans and come up with a variety of different dishes out of that one pack of beans. So, and with the peppers, yeah, you could just do a ton of things. It's really not that difficult to come up with a variety of different recipes and dishes just using these simple foods and affordable foods that I just mentioned. So I'm going to end this video for now. Thank you so much if you're still here for watching this video. If you're new to the channel and you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to be a part of the community. As I mentioned earlier, what the channel is all about. So if you're a black woman over the age of 50 and you're looking for ways to improve your overall health and wellness, prioritize your self-care and put yourself first, I would love for you to be a part of this community. In the description section, well, in the comment section, just say, hey, I would love to join you. Oh, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you will receive a notifier when new videos are out. And in the comment section, please let me know some things that you're doing. What are some staple foods or products that you have in your pantry or in your food, in your refrigerator, that are must have in order for you to stay healthy? I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.